Hey there, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got some interesting electronics that I want to scrap. I'm not really sure what they are, but I think they're going to be pretty good. We got this piece right here. That's a really nice aluminum heat sink, and then it says wide range series, whatever's in there, and then whatever's in here. All right, let's do this one first. I think I'm trying to remove this heat sink. All right, cool. Man, that thing is heavy. And this is going to be cast aluminum, even though you might think it's extruded, but this is cast aluminum. You know what? Let's weigh that. That thing is like, it's going to be like 4 pounds? 4 pounds, 12 ounces. Wow, that is amazing. Oh, interesting. We'll have to crack this thing open and see what's going on inside of here. Those are probably brass pins. Very interesting. Let's get these off of here. Okay. Let's get these screws out of here. Hopefully. And it looks like we've got 2 straight slot screws. Like, why? Why use all those Phillips and then just... Oh well. First one's turning. That's another nice piece of aluminum. There we go. Man, I hope there's something good inside here. There we go. See a circuit board. A moment of truth. Huh. Interesting. Not sure where to even begin. All right. Plastic hat for the capacitors. Okay, that looks like that's going to be aluminum. I don't think there's going to be any copper in here, it looks like, unfortunately. There we go. So that's the back side. We got some bunch of little MOSFETs on there, so that's cool. Some more aluminum, and I don't see anything else on the circuit board worth writing home about. Now what do we got on here? So the magnet sticks to that. Some more aluminum. Huh. Well, we'll get back to that. I do want to see if I can get these brass inserts out of here. There we go. We'll just use the screw that was in there. Oh, of course it broke the screw. That first one made me look like, all right, that works, cool. Ah, that screw just broke. I thought we were on to something here. Wow. Why is the steel screws breaking easier than the brass? I don't know. I'm not going to fiddle with that anymore. Maybe later. Okay. I'm wondering if this thing is filled with epoxy. Wow. Yep, that's filled with epoxy. So that's kind of a bummer. Not much I can do with that. Well, I'm going to trim the the brass pins off of there, and then the rest of this will just have to go into the shred, unfortunately. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Hopefully those other two boxes are a little bit more exciting than this. Although that 4-pound, 12-ounce heat sink, that is definitely a score. Okay. Those ones are stainless. Aha! Ooh! Now that's lovely. We're going to have some copper spools here. Some MOSFETs, some IC chips. Now this is way better. And is this aluminum? Oh yeah. Oh cool. The whole thing's aluminum. Nice. Alright, how do we get that board out of here? Oh, maybe... Let's take these things off. Those are some nice looking pieces of copper. Now you should always check those because sometimes these can be aluminum. These ones look like they're going to be aluminum, but this one's being difficult. There we go. Now, oh, we got rivets holding in this bracket, holding the MOSFETs to the board. So we're going to have to get rid of these rivets. Easy peasy. There we go. All right. We'll have to pound those out to make this clean aluminum. No big deal. That's a piece of aluminum. And these spacers are aluminum. Clean up this grease or this electrical paste, whatever it's called. All I know is it's nasty. Okay, nothing on the back side. Let's check these to make sure they are copper. That's copper. That one's copper. Okay, cool. All copper. I want to get this glue off of here. Even though this is number 2 copper, scrapyards can kind of fuss over excessive glue and stuff. I think that's good enough. That is nice. Got that one. that one. Yeah, those pieces right here, let me get them off the board. You just pry them up. They're not magnetic, so these should be copper. And those are copper, so just add that to the copper pile. A fuse, it can go as dirty brass. The fuse holders will be clean brass. Okay, where are we at here? So we got MOSFETs right here, IC chips, $8.50 a pound. I think this would probably be considered, with all the garbage on here, a mid-grade board at best. So I'll go ahead and depopulate all of this. Let's just see real quick if those things will pound out. Yeah, those are coming out. Now that piece is clean. That is clean, so that's more aluminum for the pile. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about these. You just hit them with the hammer. And then you can just kind of work that ferrite material out of here. Get our copper. Some pretty chunky copper. Okay. Now, even though it's big wire, it is going to be number 2 because of the coating on there. That makes it contaminated. There, that ferrite came out, so we don't have to make too much of a mess with that copper. Okay, time for this, whatever this is. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. That wasn't too bad. Oh, okay. Yep. Still true. It's aluminum. Hope this thing isn't filled with epoxy. Wow. Long one. Let's see here. Is there anything under these black dots? I don't think so. So what's holding this Give me some brass or copper in there. Oh, yeah. That, look at that. That looks like copper. What does a magnet say? Please be copper. Ooh, it doesn't stick. Make sure it's not a copper-coated aluminum. Oh, that's definitely copper, so cha-ching. Ooh, look at that. Some really nice IC chips and gold pins. Aluminum heat sinks. Copper galore. Yeah. This is nice. So let's get those plastic pieces out of there, and then that'll be a clean piece of aluminum. See a couple screws, so I guess we'll just go ahead and undo those for whatever they are for. Any other screws? Some small Torx right here. Okay, cool. I feel like they all want to come out. I think they're just holding the heat sinks down. Got some MOSFETs on there. We'll have to get those cleaned off, and then this stuff is extruded aluminum. Same with this piece. Now check with your yard. Some yards won't even buy these. Well, I mean, they'll buy them as shred, but they won't give you any sort of motor price. Some will buy them exactly like this. Others, like my yard, they want some of this plastic removed. So you just clip that and then just break these fan blades off. We'll go ahead and recover that insulated wire. And now my yard, they have a motor price for this, which is different than like big motors. So I keep these separate. Okay, that does not want to come off easily. No big deal. I'll just use my chisel and just chisel out all these legs, or at least, actually, it looks like the transformer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and chisel it. Okay, there's one side. there it is. That's pretty cool. That's going to be easy to clean up. But let's continue to depopulate this circuit board. This would have been a low-grade circuit board with all the stuff on here. So in this case, it's definitely worth cleaning up, depopulating. There we go. Get those copper toroids out of there. That's another fuse, so that can go into dirty brass. The fuse holders are typically always brass, but when they're big like this, I like to check them because sometimes they actually can be copper. But these ones are brass, which is fine. Brass is good. Hold that nut. Okay. Get those capacitors out of the way. Now, most of the time capacitors are going to be an aluminum casing. Check with your scrapyard. They might buy them as aluminum breakage or some form of dirty aluminum. My yard doesn't, and I don't think they're worth cleaning up. It takes hundreds to make a pound, so I just throw them into the shred. Nice. That's actually fairly heavy. I mean, that's, I don't know, 1.5 ounces. And we got this thing. Some copper wires going into it. Interesting. But it's filled with epoxy on that side. This looks like it's going to be aluminum. And it is. So I will clean up that copper. And because that's filled with epoxy, now that will go into dirty aluminum. And is this steel or aluminum? It's aluminum. This circuit board. Okay, so this board got a lot of IC chips and other components, nothing on this side. We got some visible gold right here. This is definitely a high-grade peripheral board, possibly a low telecom board, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, Mike, if you happen to be watching this video, what do you say? Do you think this is low telecom or high peripheral? Okay, moving on. We got some connectors here, but they look rusty. And that's because they're steel. That's all right. We got a relay here. Got some copper and silver contacts. And a couple more nice toroids. Looks like there's a lot of glue. There we go. We can clip that side. Nice. boxes right here look like they could be a relay, but you see they're filled with epoxy, so those aren't a relay. They just stay on the board. They go as shred. Where am I? Right here. But I'm going to get them out of my way so I can clip these right at the board to maximize my copper. There we go. Just a little clippy. And that one is off. And then the power adapter. Let's see if we can get that off, because those are going to be brass. There we go. Now we can clean that up. Let's pry those off. We got a fuse. That's dirty brass. So we'll pry that. Now, get these prongs out of here. Sometimes this plastic is not brittle like this. It's like chewy. So then that becomes really hard to clean these up. But this one isn't too bad. So it's worth doing. This last little piece is a little bit more difficult, but no big deal. Okay, so just pick up our little brass pieces. What else? Okay, right here, this is a little buzzer, and inside is typically a piece of brass. They're not always brass. Sometimes they can be steel, sometimes they can be aluminum. And now that is a piece of yellow brass. These blue M&Ms, I think even these black ones, contain a little bit of silver. I just collect the blue ones. I'm still trying to confirm if these other ones have silver. Okay, we got another IC chip here. We can just cut that off the board. $8.50 a pound for those. Now, is there anything left on here? Those are magnetic. Those are part of the MOSFETs, and those copper pieces are, those pieces are copper. Might as well just clip them off of there. And now it looks like this board for me would just go into the shred. I want to get this puppy apart. Now this is just a ferrite material. Well, except for this outer piece is a steel band. Well, that's new. That's new. What I was trying to say is that ferrite is brittle. Yeah, that's magnetic. And so it just breaks apart real easily. Okay. This isn't too bad. It looks like, unfortunately, there is some sort of plastic coating on here. So get to know your scrapyard. They might have something what is called copper number 3. I'm sure there's another layer of copper in there. Yeah. If not, this is going to have to go as insulated wire because of that plastic coating on there. Of course, we'll have to clean up these ends, but a little bit disappointing, but it happens sometimes. Really wasn't sure what to expect with this scrap, but I will say it's been fun. And it's different than what I've scrapped before, so that's always fun. Let's see here. Okay. At least we got some nice copper toroids, and that is cool. I like that. That makes me happy because it's not often that you find copper heat sinks. Aluminum does a really good job being a heat sink, and it's a lot cheaper to use than copper. So it's not often that you will find them copper. And so when you do, or at least when I do, I always get excited. What a mess. You know what? Let's weigh that up. Okay, we got the zeros. I'm saying 1.5 ounces. 1.35 ounces. So that was pretty close. So that's pretty nice. Okay, these puppies right here. I think E-Waste Mike sent me something similar to this. I'm trying to remember how I got them removed. I think You're a Jedi, Luke. That was my Yoda impression. I don't know where that just came from. Ew, I see something in here. You know what? I need a third hand. Y'all mind helping me out? Anybody? No? Alright. I guess I'll use my vice. And there it is. Sorry about that light glare. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see if it's copper. And that is definitely copper, so that's a nice score. And there they are. All right, let me get everything cleaned up and we'll go over the numbers and see what all this was worth. Okay, there is everything that I recovered from that electronic stuff. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so we've got the extruded aluminum, and there it is, 14 ounces for 56 cents. Cast aluminum right there is 5 pounds, 14 ounces, which is amazing, for $2.46. That's the big winner today. And then we have the old sheet aluminum, 2 pounds, 10 ounces for $1.26. And then we have our lovely copper, 9.85 ounces of copper for $2. Stay tuned. I'll talk about this stuff real quick. I got some mail call. But anyways, we've got some insulated wire right there. And that is 18 cents. And then we have the MOSFETs. That is also 18 cents. The IC chips is 13 cents for those. We have 12 ounces of brass. Now this circuit board, I'm not going to include it in today's grand total because I'm not sure exactly what it is. If it was a high grade peripheral board, that would be 43 cents. If it's a low telecom board, that would be 62 cents. And then last but not least, we have the dirty aluminum, which is 1 cent. We have the transformer, which is 1 cent, and the little electric motor, which is 2 cents. And that gives us a grand total of $6.93, which is not bad at all. May not be a good hourly rate, but as a hobby scrapper, I don't care about that. It was a lot of fun. I made a little bit of money, and we're saving stuff from going to the landfill. So a channel called Stacker's Man Rabbit Hole, he sent me this as a gift. He poured this himself. It is, I believe it is 6 ounces of copper. And so that's really cool. So thank you, buddy. That was really nice of you. And then this right here, look at those pour marks. I think that's just so cool. I bought this from a guy. His channel is called GD Saving the Past. Really nice guy. And we worked out a deal, and I bought this 1.74 troy ounce of silver from him. Because, yeah, those pour marks are just, that's just so awesome. That is just really, really cool. I will link both of these channels in the description if you want to check them out. They're both great guys. It's got some good content. But yeah, that is going to conclude today's video. I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. It does help the video, and I greatly appreciate it. God, I thank you for another wonderful day, Lord. I just thank you for the blessings in my life. God, I thank you for the blessings in others' lives. God, whoever is watching this right now, Lord, I just lift them up to you, God, and I ask that you'll please heal their broken heart, Lord. I feel like there's some of them who are dealing with some serious sadness in their life. And God, I ask that you'll please comfort them, Lord. There's folks that I feel like they feel like they're not seen or heard, Lord. So I pray that you'll help them to feel seen and heard by others, Lord, because we're all valuable, God. We're all important. And Jesus, you died for every single one of us on the cross. I just lift them up to you, Father, and ask that you will please do amazing things in their lives. I pray this all now in the name of Jesus. Amen. All right, y'all. Until next time, God bless you.